Now our final video today is going to be about research. You are now starting to look forward. You're starting to look for the type of primary research that you're going to need to do for your paper. And remember, after you do the sales letter, you're going to go into the oral presentation, which is an oral version of your final paper. The reason I want to talk to you about primary research today is because you've got to start thinking ahead. If you remember when we discussed it in class before, in previous classes, we talked about the fact that getting primary research done involves timing. Up until now, you've been doing secondary research. You've been looking at journals, you've been looking at websites and books and in the library. But for your final paper, you're going to have to do primary research, whether it's an interview or a survey or something along those lines. I don't know that you necessarily have to start it today. You've got plenty of work to do with your assignments coming up in your sales letter. But I want you to start thinking about it because that takes time to line up. So some of you may be doing an interview, some of you may be doing surveys, there may be all kinds of different things, but start thinking about it now. If you're going to do an interview, who should you interview? Where are they? Are they your patron? Are they someone who's going to control the money for your proposal? Primary research should be something you're starting to think about now. You're going to have to set up an interview, which means you're going to have to start emailing people. You're going to send up out invitations, maybe not invitations, but you're going to send out requests for an interview. People aren't going to see it right away. You know, before you know it, Thanksgiving is going to be on and people are going to start taking vacations. You got to think of it ahead of time. If you're doing surveys, you're going to need to start tallying up all that information. I want you to start thinking about that now. You don't have to necessarily do it immediately, but you have to start thinking about it because this is all about making things manageable, biting off little pieces of it. So, go on to the last part of our class today and you'll see the assignment.